The Painful Excellence Podcast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Pull up a chair. We have to have a conversation. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is Painful Excellence Podcast. Let's do this roll call real quick. Aminai, salute Queen. How are you? Always great to see you. Bernard Gilbert, Isaiah, Universal Truth, Tim Harmon, Shamar, salute, brother. Brother Reef. Now we're gonna go to Rumble. We're gonna go to Rumble because there's, as usual, there's some things that there's routes that I want to go that I feel that I'm limited on YouTube. So what we're doing is we're broadening our horizons and we're making the lateral move over the Rumble. Soon I'm just gonna be doing short videos on YouTube, and I'll be doing live streams majority on Rumble where I have more freedom, play the music that I want, say what I want, without the Google moderators. It's so ridiculous on YouTube. Imagine you had a channel where you're just talking about soccer, and Rod, salute, brother. You're talking about soccer, right? And whatever country or state you live in, and you're a content creator, and you say, hey, my team, wherever, is going to beat Argentina. And it so happens that the Google mod or the YouTube mod is Argentina. And that person's in a position of power. And next thing you know, you're losing 10 subs here and there. Over a month, you're losing 10 subs, or your notifications don't go out. And if your team does beat Argentina, how do you prove that this person's treating you unfairly? How do you prove that this person is overseeing your stuff in a biased manner or racist manner or whatever you have? Because YouTube's it's a privately owned company. So they basically put pillow biting people. A lot of these guys are Gen Zers, and they're the most easily offended, and they're in charge of your work. Andrew 100, y'all must have forgot. DP, Shelton, what up? Rodney, my brother. They're in positions of power. So what we've done is we figured out, and shout out to my brother LaRon. Go subscribe to my brother LaRon, Broken Traditions. This is another option. As soon as you go to Rumble, you're basically already monetized. People could super chat you over there. They call it a Rumble rant. And it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to have that freedom. It's a wonderful thing to have that freedom. And I have a bunch of fun over there. Like I've been doing let me get it going over there. I've been doing ending my morning lives and continuing over there. And I gotta tell you, it's fun. It's so fun. It is so fun. It is so fun. So yeah, I'm not limited over there. So I appreciate the support. That's why I tell everybody, when I pin that link, you already know what type of show this is going to be. Not a salute. Shamar, I see you over there. So, and when we say, oh, go to Rumble, you'll get us raw and uncut. You'll hear music and all kinds of stuff. Because YouTube, they're in a position where they make billions of dollars and they play God. They put these people in charge of us. And I mentioned the thing about soccer teams. Imagine if you're talking about a boxer that they, shake dice over. And it's like, whoa, why my content's not getting shared? Why's my everything's acting up over there? What's going on? And then you hit them up and they act like they don't know what's going on. They can't prove anything. But there's things that you can prove. But I'm in a position where it's like, you got to fight smarter, not harder. Lawsuits are still very real, but I ain't gonna spill the beans no more. Freeze Hollywood, my brother, and that super chat. Salute to you, good brother. I appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Patreon, because I get crazy, not crazy, but it's good when you can just talk like you're talking to somebody. Yeah, you ain't gotta watch your mouth. You ain't gotta watch what you say. And the followers on Patreon, y'all paying for that. So I'm giving y'all the raw and uncut quality stuff, and I ain't got to watch my mouth like I do on YouTube. And it's just crazy. There go my brother LeBron. Salute to you. Hey, listen, when you end the stream on YouTube and go over to Rumble, boy, it feels so good. You playing the beats you want, one deep. Salute. It feels so good. Thank you, brother, for showing us that. Me and Stormy just did it with Nerds on Culture. We did about 20 minutes on YouTube. Went over to Rumble. We was playing clips, playing music, and nobody's bothering us. So everything's okay till it's not okay. If we blow up Rumble, maybe Rumble will start doing the same thing. But for now, they're allowing us free reign, and we're not hurting anybody. It's just free reign. So let's get to the topic. Brother Lamar, salute. Why do pro-Black groups and its leaders fail? Anybody know? Black Panthers, Malcolm X, Dr. King, and the list goes on and on and on. But why do they fail? And there's a reason why I'm talking about this. Had a situation yesterday, right? And if you listen to me this morning, yeah, exactly, LeBron, exactly. If you listen to my live this morning, the first 20 minutes wasn't even about boxing. It was about a situation that happened, and I was very, very pissed off. I was very, very pissed off because, as usual, you extend courtesy to people there around you, and they saluting you in the chat, and then Dragon Fang 704 Joe, salute. And the next thing you know, if they're not on another channel talking crazy, they go to their channel and talk crazy. And I was so annoyed because I'm like, wow, we showed this woman a lot of love, man. And she's been around a long time, and I've been subscribed to her, and I barely get, what up? I barely get any notifications from her. So when I was about to lay down, my phone went off and I got a notification. I said, oh, Lala, she did some content. I said, all right, let me go in there, smash the like button, and get out because I'm tired. But something told me, just listen to the video. And when I went to the title, at the end, I saw a blue circle. And I'm like, it can't be. Tim, what up? It can't be. But I said, let me listen. And the title was, you never guess who got offended at, false clickbait or whatever. The first thing that woman said was, I'm a small channel. People might not even see this, but I'm going to say what I have to say anyway. You never guess who got offended at somebody putting out clickbait titles. And then she started going in on Blue Blood. It was only like a 5 or 6 minute video. And I'm like, yo, what is this? She barely does content. And the one time she does content, she's attacking Blue. And I'm like, what the fuck? 12 minutes in, I shouldn't be cursing yet. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I'm listening to the video. She says Blue Blood clickbaits, which she does not. Then she starts talking about this is why the younger generation don't F with us, the older people. I don't know how old she is. I don't even know how she looks. And I'm like, yo, what is going on? What prompted this? And I'm getting disgusted. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Thank you, LaRon. I don't tolerate no blue blood slander here. And I'm going to explain to you why in a second. So she goes on. And when she said, hey, this is why the younger generation don't mess with us. No, the younger generation don't mess with us because they're not raised properly. They are YNs. Raised by a majority of single mothers. The single moms raise some son husbands. And if they have daughters, by the time the daughters hit about 15, 16, 17, they start shaping out, puberty. And mama start looking at the little girl like, hey, she thinks she hot now because she used to look like that before she spit out her babies. And now her stomach look like a shriveled up prune. And she's jealous of the young ripe girl that she gave birth to. And she gets in a competition with her daughter. So she hate the son because the son looked like the dude that she tried to trap with him and he left. So she made a poor choice and she's now a single mom and she's mad at the world. That's why the YNs don't respect the elders, because you haven't instilled that. You're so mad at the baby daddy that left you, but you forgot to teach your kids respect. And it's not all of them. It's the kids that refer to themselves as YNs. But look at what she did, though. Because she can't comprehend. She can read, but she can't comprehend. That became one of the reasons why the youth don't deal with the elder people, the older people. She put that on him because she can't comprehend. Blue blood does not clickbait. Watch this. We'll put something in the chat. Watch this. Jamal Charlo versus Boots Ennis. Next. Spelled his name wrong. But that says something, right? That says something, right? Now watch this. Now read it. I forgot to put the next, but now read it. Doesn't the question marks change everything? I forgot to put next in the follow-up. But you see what I'm saying? That's what Blue does. He'll hear something in the industry. He'll do a video reporting the news, which is what we actually pay him to do. But if you read the damn title, and you understand punctuation, is that a lost art nowadays? What does a question mark mean? What does a exclamation point mean? He didn't say it was next. He's saying, is it next? Because he heard something. And that's another thing. They'll read the title and don't listen to the video. And then it dawned on me. I said, man, because, a lot of people say that about him. I said, no, I know I'm not bugging. I'm reading the title like, yeah, there goes a question mark right there. So what ended up happening was, and I got a notification for it. And I said, this ain't, I text Blue. And I linked them to I said, yo, what's this? Because I thought Lala D was cool. I said, what is this, brother? So he went over to her channel and commented. And y'all know Blue's not a nasty person. But he checked her and then invited her to come on a live stream and prove her case. You know what she did? And this is all relevant to tonight's pep talk. You know what she did? Well, I went to bed. When I woke up in the morning, she posted another video. She took the first video down.
What?
Why'd you do that? And then she goes on to say, I took the video down out of respect to the person I was talking about, but people out here are snitches, and starts calling, oh, I think I know who did it. And I'm saying to myself, no, she don't. I know she wants to blame, but no, she don't. And I'm like, hold on. You didn't take it out. You didn't take the video down out of respect. You put the video up out of disrespect. What you thought you saw in that last video, you've been wanting to get at Blue Blood for a long time. And I don't understand why you knuckle draggers even do that. Well, I do. Y'all are jealous. And whatever fighter you deride, if he's in a line of fire and not doing something good as it pertains to boxing, Blue will speak on it. Oh yeah, Mr. Shelton, I know she thought it was going to be you, which is why I did what I did this morning. Nope, it was me, 100%. It was me. And I'm going to tell you why. Well, let me finish telling you about that video, the follow-up video she did. She started talking about people snitching. Excuse me, this is the World Wide Web. You have a YouTube channel, which means anybody with a YouTube channel from here to Africa to Alaska could see that damn video. It's not snitching. You put it out there. Snitching would be if you told a group of people in confidence and somebody ran back and told on you. That wasn't a personal conversation. You put it out on your channel because you was mad at, I don't know why you was mad at. But all I did was share it with Blue. I didn't know he was going to go over there and do that, but I'm glad he did because he did what a man does. You got a problem? Come talk to me. And she took the video down. Stand on your square, young lady or old lady or whatever the hell. And then you do a follow-up talking about someone snitched on you. Oh, yeah, these YouTube streets are nasty. And I know people be trying to get people's channels taken down. Whatever, man. I'm protective of my brother. I'm protective of all my brothers and my sisters. I don't tolerate Blue Blood slander. Let me explain to you why. I've been following Blue Blood when the brother had 2 jobs. And in the morning, he was talking boxing while driving. And in the evening, he was talking boxing while driving. And I said, yo, this brother's grinding. And he's talking boxing. And I was relatively new to YouTube, but I just wanted to hear boxing talk. And I know that there was a lot of racist things going on, but once YouTube upped the technology and gave us the go-ahead on how to do live streams, he was doing it. And I said, man, this brother, he kept popping up on my algorithm. And I said, shit, I respect the grind. And then I noticed he started, you find out that some of the people that you watch know each other. I didn't know he knew 78. I said, oh, he knows 78. Oh, he knows Ticket. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay, he knew Dante's Boxing Nation. He knew Boxing Ego when I used to deal with them. I said, oh, this is great. This is great. And I watched him and watched him and watched him. And I watched his channel grow. He had a couple of viral moments. He started going to fights. Then I realized he was well connected. And by the grace of God and hard work, he does this full time. He was able to leave his job, do this full time, and he has a bunch of kids, and he makes so much money at this thing that he can afford to take them all to Disney World with half of a YouTube check. And that's why you knuckle draggers can't stand him. Wait a second, how could a guy that looks like that, with no animations and no music and no gimmicks, why does he have this big channel? He misspells words in his title. He's not the most educated person. Well, God blesses people in different ways, right? There's people running on football fields and on dribbling on basketball courts that have 4th grade reading levels. Do you know that? Thank God they play ball or whatever sport they're playing. Because outside of dunking a basketball or running with a football or kicking a soccer ball, they'd be bums on the street. They'd be statistics. So God blessed them with something else. That's why I'm telling y'all. Y'all art man, salute, brother. That's what I'm telling y'all. Stop worried about everybody else's blessing and focus on you, because you might miss yours. Blue Blood couldn't accomplish anything if he was worried about the success of Dante, the success of Ego and everybody else, and making diss videos and everything else. Man, I ain't got time to worry about other people's success, because I might miss something for me. Blue Blood literally got this out the mud. When you got people with these big educations leaving their respective disciplines to be a YouTuber, and they get jealous of a guy with not as big of an education as them, and they see his success and they get jealous, that's a sad state of affairs. Blue came out, quote unquote, the social media gutter, and he's done exceptionally well for himself. He will give you the shirt off of his back. The first time I met Blue, he treated me like he knew me for 50 years. If I didn't have to go to work the next day, we was going to go into the post fight, so I could have met Devin and Bill that night when they fought at the day I took the picture with Jarrell Miller. I could have met them that night. He said, yo, just come in. I didn't have a press credential. Somebody got me a ticket. But he said, yo, come through, come through. I said, yo, I ain't got a credential. He said, I'm just going to say you my cameraman. Went to hand me his camera. Ask him. I said, oh, nah, I got to get up in the morning. So I'm going to go. I just met him that night. I said, man, this is the coolest brother in the world. We exchanged numbers. And I said, yo, Blue, you know, just out of curiosity, how do you grow your channel? He was telling me everything. The man's a millionaire, and he's giving me game that he could be charging people for. There's a bunch of people talking about, oh, grow your YouTube channel. I can help you grow your YouTube channel. And they're charging people for that. Blue never asked me for a dime. That's why I lost it when KQKC did a live stream and a video or something, start dragging Blue, and I'm listening to it like, yo, what's he on? And Blue texted me, was like, yo, what's wrong with him? I said, bro, I don't know what happened. He's like, nah, what's crazy is, I was on the phone with him for an hour, giving him pointers on how to grow his channel just yesterday. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I was just helping dude just yesterday. And now he's releasing a video with my name in it. He said, I ain't fucking with him no more. Now watch this. That was literally a year before y'all even knew that KQKC was a problem, because there was things after that happened. And I don't like outsiders knowing that there's friction amongst black people. And that's why we're getting into this topic of the show. I don't tolerate blue blood slander. I don't. He's one of us. Beyond the LDBC. He's helped mad people that you don't even know about. And some of these motherfuckers came back and stabbed him in the chest. Fuck the back, the chest. And I'm like, yo, why would you do that? But that's KQKC's nature. He's done that at least 3 times with 3 different people. And that last time he did that with BF, then we finding out BF bought him a computer. Oh, did Blue Blood tell y'all the cologne story? Man, I'm not even gonna get into that. That dude KQ is a bum ass thief. He's a thief. He's inconsiderate. He's a thief. And he's a bum. I ask people all the time, name a time where you've gone to any comment section where he was in it and he dropped a super chat. Forget me, just anyone. He's never done it. Name me when a time he sent a super chat to anybody. Whether it was us, well, he's not cool with us no more. What about his other friends? ever. He's always crying about money. When we was doing our morning shows, he was crying when Trill Boxing Talk didn't go off the air on time. See, this shit y'all didn't know. We was telling him, just go on, just go live. What the fuck? He's a fucking crybaby. Slander. So when I talked about Lala D this morning, it came from a place of disgust. Because we don't need to be doing that with one another. If she had a problem with his video or how he words it, don't tell me that there was no place where she could have reached out to somebody and reached out to him directly and say, Blue, what's up with your titles? And y'all could have had a conversation off out of eyesight of everybody. Because what happens is haters see that. The haters see that and they amplify it. And I swear to God, I don't like people knowing that there's friction with anybody. But sometimes you can't get out of the way of that, because fuck black power and brotherhood and sisterhood. People are always about themselves. They're not about community. This is the Lions Den boxing community. It's ascended into the Lions Den broadcast community, because we don't only talk boxing over here. It's a community, not a gang, not a fraternity. It's a community. This is what we do. A lot of other factions have tried to unite just to rival us. I don't know why, but where they at now? And I'm saying rival us, rival, like with malicious intent. They ain't around no more. The only thing they had in common was that they couldn't be with us. So they tried to make their own thing, and they're just gone. People like Lala D has no sense of community. And when you see a guy like Blue Blood come from where we were and ascend to a point where he's doing this full time, and he never sold his soul, right? Companies like Black Prime saw value in him and had him on TV calling a fight, whereas this buck-eyed knuckle dragon yellowback coon Showbiz literally sold his soul. And every time you see him shucking and jiving, dancing around on the zone, everything we say that represents everything good in boxing, he's anti that. You sitting in front of Teofimo Lopez that said everything he said about black people, and all you doing is bucking your eyes at him, talking about, I really think you was undisputed. I'm like, yo, bro, you know better than that. You know better than that. You think he has a sense of community? He does not. He's a coon. He's an absolute coon. So I don't tolerate no blue blood slander. Tell me when he's lying. Then they'll say, oh, well, look at the title of his video. Did you read it? He said Jamal Charlo's about to fight Boots Ennis. Read it again. Jamal Charlo's about to fight Boots Ennis. Read it again. Jamal Charlo's about, okay, you don't see a question mark at the end of that? And I'm just giving y'all an example. They don't read it correctly. So because your ass can't comprehend at 50 years old, you decide to do a video to drag him. Instead of calling a brother behind the scenes. You waited for him to do a video talking about someone else that really clickbait. There's some 12-year-old kid, he popped up on BFTB's channel. And I went to that kid's channel. Every video he has is an absolute lie. All of it is a lie. And he's doing it to get views and clickbait. And hopefully it could turn into AdSense for him. I get it, but everything he says on that channel, I went to it. I said, this is a lie. If you can get sued for lying, get your channel obliterated, it would be that. I think there's an option on YouTube, when you block somebody, there's a option that says false something, like fake news or something. But I never bothered. But it's like he's like a 14-year-old boy. Everything on his channel is an absolute lie. Some chubby black kid. I said, oh my God. Blue ain't doing that, but there's a bunch of people doing that. And then what happens is they hit Blue's email, says, what do you think about this? He said, this ain't real. And then he got to stop what he's doing to do a video. But they call Blue a liar? Oh, I get it. You love Tank to the point where you don't like what he says. Where's the lie, though? Yeah, misinformation. That's it. They need to start taking those channels down. Now, what does this have to do with what I'm saying? Why do pro-black groups and its leaders fail? Lala D proved that she is an op. She's been around our channels. Hell, she was in my brother Junior's channel, I think this morning. And she ain't salute and high, and she's been around forever. That video last night, man, and the fact that Lala, you didn't stand on it because he wanted to talk to you, and you took it down, and then, like the coward you are, you start blaming like the woman you are. You started blaming everybody. It was someone else snitching on you. You didn't snitch. You put the video up. And I said, hey, bro, what's this? And he went over there and he addressed you. Instead of you saying, well, I want to talk to you because you've been doing this a long time. And I need to talk to you about it. You didn't want to go on Front Street. So you did something cowardly and you took it down and said, I took it down out of respect for him. You never respected him. You just never liked what he had to say. Whether it was about a fighter that you support and you ain't like what he had to say, or you jealous of him? I don't know what it is. But y'all could have had the conversation. You even want to do that? You're not an adult. You're a coward. Sad part is I expect that from a woman. You're hot and you're cold. I want to do that. Yeah, I want to give you a hug, but don't touch me. I'm thirsty, but I don't want to drink the water and, all of that shit. I expect that from you. But when I see a man acting like what you just did, because there's been dudes that have done exactly what you did. What do you think I call KQKC? A band. It's an acronym. Ass nigga. That's what I call them. A bunch of these dudes. Stand on it. You're going to do something, stand on it. And you didn't stand on it. But what sucks is you was a member of the community. There was a point up until last night, if you was in the chat and I was in the chat and somebody came for you for your opinion, I would defend you. Once upon a time, until yesterday, I looked at you as one of the queens. I don't know how you look or nothing like that, but I was protection mode. What you did and what a lot of these clowns do is exactly why, listen, did a white person kill Malcolm X? Or was it a monkey? I don't care how bamboozled they were. We all read the books and saw the documentaries, whatever. Did a white person pull that goddamn trigger? Dr. King was shot. Y'all heard the Jesse Jackson story? Look it up. I ain't gonna get into it. Dude stepped out the way so he can take that bullet. And he didn't die on the spot. He was suffocated in the hospital, right? Where was his protection? The Black Panther Party, what happened there? What happened there? Tell me. They were routed from the inside out. Now, there were some snitches in there. They disbanded them. They were labeled a terrorist group. Meanwhile, the Ku Klux Klan is still around. But while we disband you, let's take that WIC program from you. Derek Gaines, salute. Give me that. Dragon, what up? Give me that WIC program. We're going to take that idea. and kill the rest of y'all. Why can't we protect each other? Why can't we do that? I try my damnedest not to go back and forth with people that look like me. But what's awful is that the knuckle draggers make it impossible. Y'all don't want peace, y'all want problems. Instead of looking at the bigger picture, you have to make your stupid point, which is not really a point at all. Now, why would that woman do that last night or early this morning? Why would she do that? Why would she do that? Why would she do that? She could have reached out. She's been seeing Blue long enough. She could have emailed him. And if it bothers you that much, what you could have did was reach out to him and have a conversation. I've called Blue. Hey, bro, the video you put up, you misspelled the word. He'd be like, damn, all right, thank you. You know what the jealous thing would have been to do? Let him put up the video. And then I'll do a video. Yo, man, why Blue Blood always misspelling words? And that's a 5-minute video. I don't know how y'all watch this guy. You know, he's always misspelling words. So if he's misspelling words and he can't spell, why can't? What makes you think his boxing knowledge is on point? The man can't spell. What if I did that? What if I did that? Whenever I had a problem with anybody, you know what I did? I ain't take it to social media. If I ain't had their number, I start calling around. Yo, you got so-and-so number? You got their email? Need to holler at him. There's you know, someone I want to talk to him about. You might not even know what it is. Might not even know. There's no sense of community with these people, which is why they'll hang around LDBC channels, but they're not official members because they don't even know how to keep their household all messed up. This chick literally said, this is why the younger cats don't mess with the older cats. Like we the problem. Blue raised his kids. Ask her about hers. Prince Savage in that super chat studio says, my grandmother was a Black Panther, Drew. God rest her soul. So this is a serious topic you sparking on. Preach, brother. I'm on a job, brother. We got problems. And I'm assuming she's close to my age. She has no business behaving like that. It's disgusting. Scott, salute. He says it's an absolute disgrace that Cynthia G is allowed back on this platform. Feminism isn't bad, but some of these women have a secret motive. Here's the deal. Yeah, I don't know why she's back on YouTube. Go figure. But feminism was never a bad thing. What happened was the woke agenda hijacked it. Feminism was sold to women to sell product. Did y'all know that? I did a whole show about it. And the woman that started that movement, it was the sexual liberation movement. She talked about traveling and having sex with random dudes or whatever. That was pushed out in a magazine. What was that magazine called? The article is a former Cosmo. This magazine was Cosmo. Former Cosmo writer dishes on how the magazine lied to women to sell feminism. I did a whole show about that. And it was disgusting because these broads fell for it. That woman was married with kids. And she got on Cosmo and lied about some life that didn't exist and motivated women to run out and try and live that life. And all they did was up their body count, ruin their chances of getting happily married and being family people. And that was the downfall. Women liberation and that's not what feminism was supposed to be about. Feminism had nothing to do, well, if a man can have 20 bodies, why can't I? That was not what feminism was about. Feminism was about, hey, I want the right to vote. Sure, why not? I want the right to have my own bank account. Sure, why not? If I work a job with a man, I want to make the same pay. Sure, why not? That was feminism. You could be a family woman, but if you choose to work, you could work. That was feminism. All of this other extra stuff, you seeing the results of this fake feminism. And now we have chaos and disarray. I did a whole show about it about 2 years ago. That's why I saved the article. It was in Cosmo, the Cosmopolitan, and it was all bullshit. It was all a lie. All of it was a lie. All of it was a lie. Helen Gurney Brown, thank you. The whole shit was a lie. But somehow that's why the YNs don't mess with us. Listen, I don't deal with no YNs. And if you raising babies that can't respect their elders, I definitely don't want to talk to them. Why? They don't listen. If they don't listen to you, they're not gonna listen to me. That's why I don't say anything. That's why whenever I cut on social media and I see a kid laying in the street with his brains hanging out his head and a cop walking away, shaking, holding his 6 hour P226, you know what I'm saying? What that YN do? That's how y'all got me thinking now. This ain't the 60s. We're a different breed now. What that YN do? What, that cop shot him for nothing? Probably, but let's hear the whole story though. Because I don't believe y'all. I listen to your music, I listen to how you behave, and I see who raised you. Y'all blaming the single moms, but what about the dads that left them? I bet you the dad was a piece of trash and she knew it, but she still procreated, didn't marry him or nothing. And this is why the community's all messed up. We were rotted from the inside out. That's why Dr. King is dead. That's why Malcolm X is dead. That's why the Black Panthers don't exist anymore. And you see it in this little thing of YouTube. Because Lala D wasn't the only person that did something stupid like that. My mistake is, when you're my age, I hold you to a standard. And I can't tell you how many people let me down. She could have asked anybody in the community, hey, you got Blue Blood's number? Give him my number. I want to talk to him. I won't even have to know what y'all talking about. But instead of doing that, which is the adult thing to do, you do a video to let the ops know you don't stand with Blue. Because you can't read and comprehend. Because he did a video he corrected some news and then he said, yo, this is clickbait. And I'm tired of these kids doing that. And then she takes to her social media and says, how dare he? He does the same thing. He does not. Oh, well, you said so-and-so was going to win and you was wrong. That's you picking the winner. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. You can pick the wrong guy all the time. We're talking about the news here. And instead of you saying, hey, I'll take you up on that offer. Put up a link. I'll click the link. We can have a conversation. You took your video down. Not out of respect. You were scared because he checked you. That's what makes you a coward. But never mind that, Black woman. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I've seen some of your work. You don't like Ryan Garcia and all that stuff. But wait a minute, though. Where are you when we're calling out Ryan Garcia? Never mind Ryan Garcia. Where are you when the sensei puts up post about boxing. Some of you cats say you love boxing, but then when you draw the line, when we critique a fighter that you are in love with for whatever reason. And I don't want to make this a boxing thing. I'm talking about community, and this house relatable. I see it here, and it's a direct reflection of real life. Malcolm X is dead over in-house nonsense. Martin Luther King, same thing. The Black Panther Party, over with. This new Black Panther Party, man, whatever, man. But it's always us doing this. So why do they fail? Scott back in that super chat, he says there's no male loneliness epidemic. It's men struggling to find women who have a bit of self-respect. All these women have turned their back on God. That's a whole thing, brother. That's a whole thing. We've gotten away from the Bible. We've gotten away from the teachings of Christ. We've gotten away, whether you believe or not. Look, we've gotten away. All right, look, leave religion out of this for a second. Right? Just for a second, follow me on this. You've gotten away from core principles of what a household's supposed to be. And now we have anarchy, and we're wondering how we got here. If a 12-year-old can walk up to you in the street and feel comfortable cursing you out, how did we get here in a society? How the hell did we get here? How did we get here? Cowardice. How many people had a problem with Dr. King but were scared to talk to him and say, yo, look, Martin, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with that, man. How are we going to fix this? No. They put a hit out on him and they stepped out the way so he can get a clean shot. Malcolm X, hey, brother, we doing this, this, and that. And from what I understand, and I don't want to get too deep into this, I'm just making a point. He was branching off to do his own thing. And the nation was about to be split. Someone's going to be over here, and someone's going to be over here with Malcolm. And they said, no, we can't have that because that dude, Malcolm, is way too powerful. He's new blood. And he sees some things at a discrepancy. He's not blowing us up. He's just saying, I'm going to go off and do my own thing. And they murked him. The government wanted to know what was going on in there. They said, look, we're going to let you know what's going on with this guy. We'll give you this guy. Okay. So they gave them the tools to off Malcolm. And he did. But these knuckle draggers let the FBI in there. Or the CIA, whatever the hell. Let them in there. Prince Savage back in that super chat, he said, how can I believe what you say when I see what you do? A lot of these dudes knew the history of Black Wall Street in Oklahoma and they'd be ashamed. And what's sad is, man, ego will get you killed. When your ego is big, you don't give a damn what's going on around you. It's no longer about community. It's no longer about it's no longer about, hey man, for the greater good of the community, let me just keep my mouth shut so we can move forward. No, it becomes, nah, I gotta say this. I'm a better leader anyway. Man, I wish y'all knew the beginnings of the LDBC, what we went through, man. It was 78's idea. If I told you the amount of people that wanted to run this thing, we should do this. We need to be doing that. We need to be doing this. We need to be doing that. We got to do this. We got to do that. General was like, no. Let's keep it simple. Let's do this. Let's do that. This is what we're doing. No. We need to do this. We need to do that because people are going to do this. And No. You did have motherfuckers wanting to run it like a business. People should pay a monthly fee to get. There were people saying that. 78 was like, no. No. We'll do that when we grow and we want to do meetups. Then people will donate, and from the donation money, we'll get halls or, and hire chefs, and, we can do that, but we're not there yet. Just chill. And people got so fed up. Too many chiefs, not that many Indians. And then that's when you seen people start branching off. And then when they left, they couldn't leave in silence. They just went up there and started talking shit. Then people want to buddy up with us just because they thought we was over here making millions of dollars. Then people buddied up to us just to get monetized. They did that. People started calling me, hey man, can I get on your live? A lot of cats I let on. Most I did not. They get monetized, next thing you know, they got a problem. Why do I keep bringing it up? Where the Black Panthers at? The original ones. How'd that happen? They're gone now. How'd that happen? Tell me. Original Black Panthers. They're gone. Who did it?
Monkey!
Y'all are well trained, man. I understand. Y'all are well trained. Y'all don't know any better. You have no concept of community. If you're not in charge of anything, you don't want anything to do with it. I understand. But understand this. You got to stay away from me. I'm a team player. I'm an excellent soldier. But my point is, if you have no sense of community, what good are you? Lala D did that video. That mindset is why Dr. King and Malcolm X is dead. That mindset is why the original Black Panther Party has been dispersed. That's the reason why. That's the mindset. And you don't have to be LDBC to chill. You don't. But listen to the question, though. Why would you do that? Why? Forget this online crap. You could have called them or made provisions to speak to him, emailed him, do something, talk to somebody and say, hey, man, I'm trying to get in touch with Blue. How about this? If you feel you could do a better job by critiquing him, how about talking to him on the phone and say, Blue, you ever thought about doing this? You ever thought about doing that? Did you try to correct the issue? Because Blue saw an issue and he corrected it. Did you try and do that for him? You don't think he deserves that same courtesy? I see you cats give a lot of courtesy to a lot of fugazi people out here, boy. And I'm usually, Auntie Jenny, salute. I'm usually a great judge of character. A great judge of character. For example, I've developed a friendship with Coach Hudson. And I'm the one that said, brother, you need to start a YouTube channel. He's a soldier, man. I was just listening to him on him and Sugar Free Mars. I was listening to them cook on Champ Side. I said, man, this brother and this sister, gems, man. Gems. And he's seen her around, and you salute her, whatever, and then you get let down when you learn certain things. And it's disgusting. It's sad. Anthony, what up? It's very sad. Because I don't like doing things like this. But it's always a reminder. Whenever I see somebody do this to another Black person, I always think about, listen, man, I know we all saw the movie. I like to say that y'all saw the movie. But you know something? Scott back in that super chat, he says there's always light at the end of the tunnel, Drew. I know. But I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't point out the discrepancies within the community. That's why there's a Monkey Tuesday. I do that on purpose. Sister Kyola is a friend of my mother. She was at the ballroom when Malcolm X was assassinated. She saw it. And I heard her tell that story a few times. And one thing that I remember her talking to my mom about it in the living room. It's a long time ago. And the one thing I remember her saying, this was after Spike Lee did the movie. She said what they did in the movie, how they explained it, how they showed it, she said it was way more violent than that. She was right there. Right there. You had to hear her and look at her face when she told that story, man. And whenever she told that story, I felt it. Because she saw it. She also talked about shit happening, Block Daniel. She also talked about things that were happening inside the nation. BPNV, salute, brother. And there's a lot of crap. But I'll never understand why a brother doesn't or a sister doesn't want to solve a problem in-house and have a conversation. I know why it is. Your ego's out of control. How many times you heard me say, hey, man, I don't know everything? How many times you heard me say, educate me on this? When I say things like that, that means I don't know. I don't know. Why would I? You know why I will never lose a debate? Because I will never talk about something I don't know about. That's the battle right there. How many times have I heard someone get on any panel and start just talking crap about something they don't know about? It's like, why are you, what? Hold on. Let me click this link. What are you talking about, brother or sister? What are you? Y'all remember when that chick called in on Champ Side? It was in July. You know how I know? I was in Florida. I was literally in Universal Studios listening to Champside while the family was riding this roller coaster. I don't ride roller coasters. So I said, I'm gonna wait right here. It was like 1,000 degrees. I'm listening to Champside, and that woman called in or whatever she was. And she starts making these points about Tank that wasn't even true. And he says, wait a minute, that's not true. It's this, and this. And I got proof. Can you prove what you're saying? And she was like, well, no. And he's like, oh, well, we talk with facts over here. The chick literally said, what, you only speak with facts when you have a conversation? These are the people we're dealing with here? And somebody sent her on a suicide mission. Yeah, Scott, I don't want to talk about that guy. Somebody sent her on a suicide mission. What do I think of the Nation of Islam today? I don't. And to be very honest, I wouldn't get involved with any of that today, because you know why? I don't trust anybody. I'm with the Lions Den broadcast community. I've been here since the beginning. I know who's solid. But the amount of people that's come through here and left, trust me, nobody's kicked anybody out. I'm sorry. 2 people got removed. 2 people got removed. One because he was he was literally a homosexual, and he's sending people pictures of him with his shirt off at 1, 2 in the morning. Swear to God, right hand of God, that was happening. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. I am not kidding. So he's gone. And the second person was KQKC, and we all know what he did. We all know what he did. He was clickbaiting his audience. His thing was he was a free thinker, and everything we spoke on, he went against it, and they would diss us in the videos, diss us personally. He got everyone's number. And before you go to social media to talk crazy about us, how about call us, call us and say, hey man, what's going on? No, doing diss videos about Tay Jones, doing diss videos about Blue Blood, talking crazy about BFTB. I was like, bro, you gotta go, bro. You gotta. He got people wrenched up in his chat that literally threatened our lives. Literally. And when I questioned that, like, yo, bro, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing that? His response, they ain't never did that to me. I said, wait a minute, wait. And I repeated it. And I said, brother, I'm telling you. Yeah, Kevs, you can. I said, let me repeat it so you can understand. You have people in your chat with mentions that have literally threatened our lives over boxing. And he doubled down on it. They ain't never did that to me. I said, okay, so loyalty costs a $5 super chat? No, but I'm a free thinker, and I think that people could come over here and say what they want. I said, but I'm telling you that they threaten our well-being. They ain't never did that to me. I said, okay. And I never said anything, but a whole year went by, and he killed himself with the BFTB thing. I didn't have to lift a finger. I said, you see, it all comes out in the wash. I didn't do anything to him. I didn't go to his, I unsubbed from him. And I left him alone. And y'all didn't know. You know why? I don't like being messy. Y'all didn't need to know there was a problem. And y'all didn't even know there was a problem until BF said something. By then, the conversation I had with him was a year later. It was like a year ago. Y'all didn't even know. Because I like to keep things in house. Y'all ain't need to know that dude is a goddamn weirdo. I showed respect to what? The community. Oh yeah, Rod. Offline, there's a lot of people I had to stop dealing with. What's wrong with our community in community? What does it mean? Let me ask y'all a question. Does 50 Cent have any concept of community? Does he? What is he doing? What does Shelton call him? Snitchy Cent? His whole career has been based off of beef. I don't understand how somebody didn't knock him out by now. If I was in the industry and he did that to me, you best believe when I see him, I would flat him. Bro, no. 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 I'd have knocked his shit loose. You gotta be kidding me. Nah, Scott, you know what? I never liked him as a rapper. He just came out in New York and he hit hard and he was all over the radio. I was never a 50 fan like that. He had one song and one verse that I did like. The Art of Getting Robbed was funny, but that's like, it was a jokey. If you never heard of it, it's called The Art of Getting Robbed. It's like 20 years old now, more than that. It was funny for its time. He was robbing all the rappers that were hot back then. That was funny. And then he was on React with Onyx when he rhymed fast. Then he reinvented himself, and now he's rhyming slow. You're the wankster, and you never pop. I'm like, yo, I don't get it. I'm not on that. I was never on that. I understood it. Who loved them more? The women. And what the women love, so goes away with the culture. 50 was their boo-boo. I stayed out the way. Look at him now. How do you walk around life like that? Your own fucking kid don't like you. Didn't Diddy smash and skeet all up in his baby mama? I don't know what the hell's going on. But my original question is, do you think that brother, with all of he has the power of the pen, he has millions of dollars, what is he doing beefing with people? At this level in the game, 50 Cent he's like my age, 50. At this level, why are you doing this again? I don't understand. I don't see country singers doing this. Our worded says no rappers are leaders. 100% correct. How about this? Our worded. Who are our leaders? That's a good question. I'd like to know. Because I know it ain't no rappers. 100% right on that. Do we have leaders? You see this picture? Malcolm was a leader. Who killed him? Dr. King was a leader. Who killed him? Black Panthers. I'd like to say that there was some leaders there. Who killed that? Kes Videos in Super Chat. He says, salute. Drew, can I email you for advice? Well, sure. You know, I'm not qualified for a bunch of stuff, but I could, you know, give you my opinion on something. My email scrolling at the bottom, 1000slaps@gmail.com. We have no leaders in the community. All of our leaders in the community are gone. They're gone. And a lot of them are gone, and we killed them. Ain't no white man kill them. We killed them. Yeah, the suspicious, bro. I spoke about that before you pulled up. They killed the Black Panthers and stole the WIC program. That's what the government did. But we ain't got no leaders. We ain't got no leaders. Who's our leaders? Dr. Umar? Donations, donations. Hey, man, salute to him. I was rooting for him with the school. I swear to God I was. I swear to God I was. The school ain't happened, and you know what I didn't do? I didn't cut him down. I stayed out the way, though. I stayed out the way. Who's our leaders? Tariq Nasheed? Okay. All right. I mean, y'all tell me. If y'all knew the bullshit that 78 had to deal with and still was dealing with to a degree, y'all have no idea. Even with this thing with the LDBC, y'all have no clue the crap we dealt with behind the scenes. And I'm like, oh my God, I so understand why Dr. King is dead, why Malcolm X is dead, and why there's no more original Black Panthers. I so get it. He said Sexy Red. Nope. I completely get it. Do not talk to me about no white man. Do not do it. Don't do it. What Lala D did yesterday, ain't no white man make her do that. And then when Blue Blood extended the olive branch to challenge her so they can have a conversation and come to an understanding, instead of saying, all right, I'm going to come so we can talk and have this understanding, she deleted the video and started talking about people snitched on her. But meanwhile, you put the video up, shorty. And the first thing you said in the original video was, my channel's not that big, so I don't know who's going to see this, but here's my feelings. No one made you do that. And no one made you took it down. Why won't you stand on your business? And then with that video, I said, here we go again with this nonsense. And this is why we can't get along. This is why. Mr. D, what up? Andrew 100, salute. Y'all have no clue. None. Do y'all understand? It takes a whole lot for me. I don't want to drag anything Black in particular. But when you put me in a position where I got to tell the truth on you, it hurts, but it annoys me. And then when the person doubles down on it, on the stupidity, do y'all really understand why I can't stand Tank Davis? Do y'all understand that? Do y'all understand? And I'm going on record saying this. This isn't a boxing situation, but I'm making the comparison. Y'all understand there's no coming back with Keyshawn Davis and Shakur? Do y'all understand? I'm about to drag them for the rest of their career. Do you understand there's no coming back from that? Do you understand that? Do you get it? You might not. There's no coming back from that. I'm not going to drag Boots Ennis. He made a poor choice. I'm going to hold him accountable. But what Keyshawn and Shakur just did, and Tank Davis, no. There's no coming back from that. And the people that unconditionally support that behavior, and when I talk about, yo, man, the racial aspect behind this, and they start saying, oh, well, it's not about race. Man, you don't know enough. And I know your parents or your grandparents that raised you, they were probably too loopy to even teach you anything about real life and what it is to be Black in this world. You don't get it. Your parents failed you. Your single mama failed you. Anwar, salute. Once you high five Ryan Garcia and you start playing around with him, there's no coming back from that, bro. Look at this picture. Be a black man and look at this picture behind me. And then tell me what Ryan Garcia did is okay. Tell me. You clowns have no knowledge of self. And I've accepted that. And I see it in this little thing called boxing. Because it's a direct reflection of how all you knuckle draggers behave. Enoch in that super chat salute, he says, the coddles, the coddles, the leaders, government infiltrates institutions. They always do that. But the thing is, we know they're there, Enoch. We know they're there. We should be ahead of the game by now. But you know what the problem is? Everybody thinks self-preservation. When we were boycotting Gucci, what did Floyd Mayweather do? He dropped $8 million on Gucci. That's what he did. He said, I don't protest, I invest, or some bullshit. You invested in Gucci. I bet you needed that $8 million to get out of Dubai. When you owe somebody some money, now you got to come back. You're fighting Mike Tyson and who else? At 50 years old? And I got Enoch back in that super chat. He says the code is the leader. Yeah. And then when I get on the fucking live stream, my quote unquote viral moment, I didn't even ask for that. And I say to Sugar Hill, black man to black man, I say to him, you had nothing to do with Tyson Fury's gloves? You had nothing to do with that? He told me no. And I said, okay, I hope you do understand. And I said, okay, Sugar, you know, when I thought you had something to do with it, you telling me you don't have anything to do with it, I'll take you at your word. When I thought you did, you know what I said? I said, man, I hope they die in a car fire. But if you say you had nothing to do with it, I'll take you at your word. But I do hope you understand the term in concert. That's what I said to him. I didn't get on there and wish him dead. I didn't do that. Tay, hello. How are you? Floyd Mayweather, there's no coming back from that. Tomorrow's Monkey Tuesday. I am going to tell the truth about Floyd Schofield Sr. He's done. He's suing. I'm sorry. I thought there was no lawsuits in boxing. Since they told Devin that, there's been several. Oscar De La Hoya suing, got a restraining order. Man, people, like 3 different lawsuits were flung around. What are we doing? What happened to that term email champion? Nobody says it anymore? Oh, I'm sorry. How did Tank Davis get the WBA strap? That's Devin's old belt. They ain't fight for it. They damn sure ain't fight for it. So now there's no more email champ. You know, DHP got these people acting crazy. Y'all saw the General's video? Let me bring you up to speed. Did you know that Bill and Dev were arrested after the Tiger Johnson situation? Did you know that? You heard me, right? Clay, what up? And now he has a restraining order from Devin. I thought there was no lawsuits in boxing. What are we doing? And why the fuck was Bill arrested? He was saving Tiger from getting beat up. And then after the melee stopped, he went by the door of the fucking theater and started beefing again. And he got his ass kicked again by some high school kids. Tiger Johnson came from Ohio, wasn't even fighting on the card, came to New York to start beefing with Sean. Sean's 16. And he initiated contact, and those kids jumped on him. Twice. How the fuck you not on the boxing card and got knocked out twice? And it wasn't even the day of the event. What are you doing? Dev was there just talking. That's why Dev wasn't at the goddamn fight that night. And I'm going to go on record saying this. Scott says the black community needs a fresh start. I'm done, bro, because I know what I'm dealing with. I'm done. We don't need a fresh start. Some of these Negroes need to just die. I'm done. I see what's going on online. I see it all day. I'm like, man, look at this. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. Look at that nigga over there. And I mean nigga. I mean it. I mean knuckle dragging, lazy ass, buck dancing, big lip chimpanzee nigga. Look at this nigga. Look at that nigga. The nigga. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Tiger Johnson came all the way down from Ohio to do that. You know what, man? And I got a live about him too. Let me tell you something. All of these things, BVO salute, all of these things are happening too close together. Inactive squad acting out, Tiger Johnson, Ryan running his goddamn mouth. It's all too coincidental to me. He puts out a list. Only Brian Norman Jr. answers the list. Brian Norman Sr. talking shit. Listen, man, I am not going to be surprised if we find out that somebody is funding these fools to do this. Because this is not real life. Have y'all ever seen anything like this? Even when Floyd was at the top of the goddamn food chain in boxing. I've never seen anything like this. And Floyd he's another buck dancer. He came in here, you know, what are we doing? Oh, I know. Don't worry, Auspicious. I got you.
Nigger.
I say it all day here.
Nigger.
Because they don't represent me. I looked at Lala D's video. I'm
She's retarded.
I'm like, what the fuck is
She's
wrong?
retarded.
I'm looking at her. I can't believe
She's retarded.
Get out of here, man. What's wrong with her? Where's the community? And I'm relating it to boxing because I'm like, yo, man. Yo, someone mentioned Cynthia G. She referred to black men as bullet bags. And I'm like, who the fuck made her so angry? And then I learned something. She's a baby mama. And she was impregnated by a bullet bag, whom, I might add, had like 3 or 4 different baby mamas, and she was the last one. And she knew that dude was outside like that. So she procreated with this dude. He broke her heart. And next you know, she's online talking about we ain't shit and cutting down. But listen, when I say community, I'm not only talking about dudes. Because these chicks are out here right along with them, stupid. And Cynthia G getting on here talking about bullet bag. She procreated with a bullet bag. And by the way, she has a son.
She's retarded.
Pray for that boy. Pray for that boy. When I heard that news, I said, is this true? She's a baby mama. Well, where's her husband? Got to be a white guy. Oh my God, it's a black dude? It's a Negro? Well, what's going on here?
She's retarded.
Yeah, she was promoting abortions and all kinds of weird stuff. She literally said, if you're pregnant with a black baby boy, delete the pregnancy. She literally said that. I'm like, what's wrong with her? She has a black son. She's not married. Oh, then her baby daddy got like 4 baby mamas. She's the last one. She walked into the bedroom ass naked talking about, I could transform you. I could transform you with Chris Brown and Wheezy. And he was like, yeah, let me skeet. Let me get up out of here. Spit that baby out, man. Get out of here. And she's been on a rampage ever since. Pray for that boy and play what she says. Because she's going to try and raise that boy in her image and he's going to grow up feminine, painting fingernails. But I got on here and I have a Monkey Tuesday and people don't like it. Drew, are you racist? You hate white people? You hate Spanish people? You hate Asian people? No, I hate people, period. Let me be clear. If you're an idiot, I can't stand you. The older I've gotten, the less tolerance I have. I have less tolerance for nonsense. I promise you I do. I promise you I do. We have no leaders. The leaders that we did have failed. Why? And it wasn't all because of the Ku Klux Klan and the CIA, the FBI, the IRS, the NBA on ABC, the NHL on FOX. It wasn't because of that. We know the play already. Whenever we have something great, we get infiltrated. We know it's coming. We just don't stop it. Now you see why I got so mad at that woman. I took her wrench and I blocked her. I don't even want to fucking talk to her. She can go to the ops and start dragging me, and she can do it every day for the rest of her life. I don't care. I don't care. Because she knows what she did was wrong. Because if she felt she was right, what would she have done? She'd have spoke to Blue. And I'd have left it alone. I just referred him. I said, bro, you seen this? You know why? Quiet Storm, my brother. I said, bro, you see this? I just explained to you why I'm protective of Blue Blood. He is a gem, and he's never sold his soul like Showbiz the adult. I call him Showbiz the grown adolescent. The turncoat, buck-eyed, buck-dancing nigga that he is. And there's a litness of other knuckle draggers out here that have sold their soul. I got to listen to Mike Coppinger, big up Ryan Garcia. Literally said, I want him to be successful. Why? I've seen people have, Quiet Storm, salute, brother. I'm talking. You might not know this bitch, but whatever. But she was around us for all this time, and she violated yesterday to one of my brothers, and it's unacceptable. Why is it I gotta look at fucking panels, whether it be Ring Magazine or anywhere, on YouTube, anywhere, and they talk about Ryan Garcia like he didn't do anything. They don't even bring up him drug cheating. And then when it's mentioned, they say, oh, it's a little itsy bitsy bit. He was 6,000 points over the limit. 6,000. No, it was 60,000, which means he had more in there. The rule said you can't take an IV. The zone showed him taking an IV. He said, it tastes like aluminum. I love that. I'm like, is he allowed to do that? No, he wasn't. He was cheating right in your face. And he said, hey, man, I'll say what I say. And when have I apologize? No, and never. I never apologize. Let me bring y'all up to speed. He has. You know what he did? You know who he apologized to? He apologized to Logan Paul. Because he said his energy drink was involved in kidnapping children or something, he said. And they got their lawyers on him. And they threatened to sue him. And he apologized. So Logan Paul can get an apology. But George Floyd family can never get an apology. He couldn't cut them a check and say, sorry, I was high. He didn't do anything. But he lied and said he was going to do it. And you knuckle draggers, why I brought that up? Because you knuckle draggers will still talk about him like he didn't do anything. He cheated. He was tried, convicted, and it was everybody else's fault but his own. It's contamination. It's the Muslims. It's the gays. It's George Floyd. It's VADA. It's the New York State Athletic Commission. He never took accountability. But let Deontay Wilder say, hey, man, I don't know what was going on. My suit felt heavy. Oh, he's making excuses. Remember when I told y'all, listen, man, whether Deontay has these facts that no one wants to listen to, or if it's a black fighter sometime after that has the facts and the person could be proven to be a cheater, it's not going to matter. If he's black, he's going to get cheated the same. Deontay, that shit happened, and literally about 6 years later, Devin Haney shit happened, where Ryan was caught red-handed. And like I said, it was treated the same. No one cares but us. You see? So when I see you knuckle draggers on here acting out, it reminds me. All I say is, wait, Drew, wait a minute. Calm down. Why is Malcolm X dead? Why is Dr. King dead? Why is the Black Panther Party no more, the original ones? And then I snap out of it and I say, oh man, why was I mad in the first place? Because this is what these niggas do. We do it to ourselves. Yeah, word. Sean Porter, all these knuckle draggers. Before we knew Ryan cheated, Bill was on live on Instagram, and Floyd pulled up on him. Y'all remember that? That's why I got that soundbite. Everyone has this. Champs, I have it.
You fool ass earth man.
Floyd Mayweather wants to pull up to gloat. Y'all remember he put a gold chain on Ryan Garcia's neck, tried to get him to fight Rolly Romero and ditch Devin Haney, and Ryan almost did it. Remember that? Remember he told Ryan to come in 3 pounds overweight, and I know he did it. He told Mason Cameron, when they asked him, did you tell him to come in overweight? And he says, yeah, you know, like I said before, I can't say much because I'll fuck around and catch a lawsuit. You know what he didn't say? He didn't say no. He didn't say no. You think I respect Floyd Mayweather? I spent literally a decade and some change defending him, career-wise. I promise you, I'm never doing that again. How could I believe what you say when I see what you do? After every win, these niggas want to thank God. They don't know God. They know that greenback where it says, in God we trust. And this is why I have trust issues. I hope y'all understand, man. I don't ever get on here and just blindly start firing shots. I do shit. I'm well calculated. I'm like not the first. I'm not the first with news. I like to let shit marinate. All these niggas are coming out at the same time. There's no lawsuits. Floyd Scarfield Sr. wants to sue Devin. Oh my God. You wait till this morning. It's tomorrow morning. You wait. You want to sue Devin for putting out an old video of you whooping that woman ass? Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Rumble, because I'm going to play that video on Rumble. I'm not going to do it on YouTube. But he was kicking her ass. And what do we say about men that do that to women? He fits the entire bill. He fits the entire bill. All of it. Why you beating on women, man? Wait, hold on. You beating on women? Hey, bro.
What are you, a homo?
What did we say? We call him Auntie Schofield, right? And of course, I see the video. He went to work on Shorty. I'm like, yo. Bro. Couldn't have been any woman in my family. Because it had just been Floyd Schofield Jr. Because Senior would have been dismembered somewhere. I promise you. Nope. He kicked her ass. And I think he a pillow biter. We loving brown people, y'all. Ryan's not racist. He might be an asshole. I'm like, bro, this dude's serious, and all of these knuckle draggers are doing this at the same time. I'm telling you, do not be surprised if you find out there's a greater power cutting a check and making these niggas do this shit to Devin and Bill. It's happening too. I didn't know Devin was that important until like 2024. I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? Where's all this hate coming from? Whoa, hold on, bruh. How come Devin ain't call him out? How come Devin ain't send no contract? I said, yo, there's a list. That is the call out. What is wrong with you guys? Man. You see how boxing is the direct reflection of life? Dr. King was killed by his own. Malcolm X was killed by his own. The Black Panther Party was killed by their own. Ain't no white folk did it. Exactly, Shelton, and that's why what we do here is important. The more you talk crazy about Devin, I swear to God, everybody on that list, they all are gonna get this work. I am never, ever, don't listen. I'm going to drag Keyshawn and his blood brother, Shakur's. I'm dragging him. I'm dragging Floyd Schofield Sr. I'm dragging these dudes. I'm dragging them. I'm dragging them. Because it's all within bounds. You got, yo, did y'all see the video of Keyshawn playing around with Ryan? Y'all remember when they were all on that call on Instagram? I knew then. My point is, brother, my point is with this, and I know you're white, I'm just going to call you brother. At this point of the game, black people know that when we do something great, the government's going to infiltrate. We know it's coming. And once we see the play, because what they're going to do is they're going to send a coon in there, and he's going to be more pro-black than everybody. And that's the motherfucker you watch. That's who you watch. It's really not difficult. We know it's coming. It's what we gonna do when it comes. Malcolm X shouldn't have been dead. He was killed out of jealousy. And the word on the curb is that he knew some things. And they said, no loose ends, no loose ends. So they got rid of him. Dr. King, hey, yeah, this is nice. Here go Jesse Jackson. Let me move my ass over here. And that other motherfucker, let me move my ass over here. Bang! He wasn't dead at the scene, motherfuckers. They smothered him with a pillow at the goddamn hospital, man. Another reason why we don't got no leaders today is because brothers know the history and they're just scared to step up. Because FBI is going to get involved. Do y'all know that Deontay Wilder got a phone call the day before he fought Fury? From a unanimous person, say, hey, man, they don't like what you're talking about. If y'all don't believe me, go check my channel. What live is it? But Deontay pulled up on me. Him and Tay Jones. And he talked about the phone call he got. Hey, bro, they don't like what you're talking about. He said, well, I'm going to keep talking till this day. Had nothing to do with boxing. It's what Deontay represents. Who said that there can never be the rising of a black messiah? Who said that? Why do you think he said that? Hoover said that, did he not? Why do you think he said that? And these monkeys are so well trained today. Who would rise up to be a black messiah? Who? Who would do it? Who would do it? Cowardly. They're too cowardly to step outside. Man, this gets so deep, man. And I'm not going to do it tonight. Funny, they worried about a black messiah, and we got all these athletes running around with all this money. Can I ask y'all, why is there fire still blowing out some of the goddamn faucets in Flint, Michigan, and we got a bunch of black athletes that are millionaires? And I heard it doesn't take that long to fix those damn pipes. Oh, those pipes could have got fixed that year. Why are they staying out of that? $1 million basketball players, $1 million baseball players, $1 million football players, $1 million rappers and singers. Nobody could fix Flint, Michigan? No. You know why? They were told to stay out of that. Don't ask me how I know. They were told, mind your business. Hey, man, I just want to mind your business. Hey, black people, we can't afford reparations. Billions to Israel.
Whoa! What the
I ain't gonna even go there. Jason Bourne, my brother in that super chat salute, he says they hate black and independence. From Sugar Ray Robinson to Leonard to Roy Jones, independence. Yeah, they can't stand it. And that's why Floyd swore he was independent, but he played ball. When we was in the middle of a race war in this country, he stood on the fucking mic and said, all lives matter. I said, Jesus Christ, man. Fucking... Y'all know the story about Rosa Parks' house? Y'all know the story about that? It was in Detroit. Why the fuck is it in Italy right now? It went to Berlin and then it's in it. Why is it there, man? The same reason why Rocky Balboa went into the Hall of Fame. I think he went in there before smoking Joe Frazier. Look, don't listen. Rocky Balboa was in the Hall of Fame, y'all. Listen, man, I would like to see Deontay Wilder get a movie. Irish Mickey Ward got a movie. Salute to him. Oh, Mr. Shelton, you didn't know that? Hey man, let me read it to you. I knew about this for years. The Detroit home where Rosa Parks lived after leaving Alabama is currently in Italy, having been rescued from demolition and reconstructed in Naples by an artist, Ryan Mendoza. The two-story brick flat located in South Deacon Street, originally Virginia Park in Detroit, where Rosa Parks lived in the 1950s and 60s. The house was deconstructed and shipped to Berlin in 2016, then moved to Naples, Italy, where it has been displayed as a monument of civil rights movement. It's in fucking Italy and nowhere in the States. Do you know there's parks that had black, historical black people's names on like tablets and parks and stuff? They started removing them. Did you know that? And when I talk about racism in this world, in my country in particular, I'm always told by a non-black or some nigger that doesn't know their history, hey man, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about that. And fat ass Jason Whitlock. He was with the owner of Papa John's at Wilder Fury 2. And when Wilder walked out with the suit on, the black suit, and it was Black History Month, and I forgot the rapper's name, but he was singing about Black Power. The cracker that owns Papa John's, because I don't like him, he's looking at it and he's intimidated. And he looked at Jason Shitcock, the homosexual that he is, and he's like accusing Deontay of making it a Black Power thing. And I'm like, no, he wasn't. It was Black History Month. He's representing his people. There was Mexicans on that card. They come to the ring with their tie and their sombreros. They representing their people. Irish people walk to the damn ring with their colors on. Why the fuck is it a problem? He was the main event. Why the fuck is it a problem when we do something? What do Black Americans walk to the ring in? No, I'm sorry. I've seen niggas walk to the ring wearing sombreros. Why would you do that? That's not yours. That's disrespectful. If Canelo Alvarez walked to the ring wearing a kufi and a dashiki, we would have a meltdown. So why is your black ass walking to the ring with a sombrero on, you stupid ass? That's mad disrespectful. And why is Jason Shitcock worried about what the owner Papa John's thinks? If his white ass is intimidated by a 6'7" black man, this dumb nigger, this monkey, this fat faggot monkey nigger, because that's what he is, said he started rooting for Fury. And that's the fight where he had the damage done to his skull because Fury cheated. But he was never caught. I hope that dude chokes on a piece of spaghetti badly, while getting back shots from his boy toy that he rents. I hate that guy. We have no sense of community. And the ones that do are always offset by the knuckle draggers. Why do pro-black groups and its leaders fail? Y'all know why.
Hey, mister, wanna buy a monkey?
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on!
Faggot shit.
Better than that!
Would you like to buy a monkey?
Monkey!
These niggas want me to stop playing shit like that. Do better. Dead ass. Lions Den broadcast community, we're tight-knit, man. For the most part, cats went away from us because they weren't generating compliance. They thought buddying up with us was going to make them a lot of money. Nah, this is a community. It's a community, man. Get your weight up. Yeah, Shelton, fuck that nigga. They don't have any sense of community because their parents failed them and they're failing their kids right now. It's all about them. Literally had this stuttering motherfucker up here talking about I got a whole poster of a tank in my goddamn house. Yo, my man, your wife or your woman, whoever she is, she got to look at a poster of a fighter, an active fighter in your crib. You idolize that dude. He ain't got no posters of Malcolm X. He ain't got no posters of Huey P. Newton. He ain't got no pictures or posters of Dr. King. He got a whole fucking poster of goddamn Tank Davis for him and his kids to look at. You got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Argues in defense to him, but doesn't know anything about him. You know what he knows? That kid looks sexy to him. That's why I don't open up the panel to niggas like that. It's not productive. When I talk about the cats that are really doing work, who hurts their brand? Niggas. Who killed Dr. King? Who killed Malcolm X? How did the Black Panther Party get destroyed? The original one. You know them white folk are coming. But you knuckle draggers, you be sitting right next to a person. It's like, you know what, this nigga right here, I don't like him. So I'm gonna let the crackers come up here and do what they do, because I don't like him. Because he smoked the last cigarette, or he banging some chick that you wanted. Something stupid. You see it on a huge realistic level like that, and it's a little thing called boxing. And to you coons, I'm gonna remind you, you will never get a seat at the table. No matter how many black people you turn on, they're gonna remind you when you least expect it of who you are. And I don't care how light-skinned you are, showbiz.
Oh, you should let me help you with that.
So considerate of you, Jimmy, but you know we don't allow niggas in the house, so it's quite all right. It really is wonderful to see you, son. You keep up the good work.
I want to be down. You'll never be down. You think Master gonna let you eat the good part of the pig when you get up in there?
No!
Of course not, you fucking chimp. I gotta talk to you clowns like this so it can register.
You can talk your brain now, motherfucker! Close out, he's a nigger! He's a nigger! He's a nigger!
Oh my God.
A nigger, look, there's a nigger!
But y'all like Kramer. Okay. All right. Shit don't move me, man. It really don't. Really don't. I know who I am. And any cracker that come at me like that, I hope they ready. Because they ain't going to make it. But you got some of these knuckle draggers that walk around like this is okay. And, you know, it's just a word. Yeah, you know, it's just the word. Lips getting bigger. You start smelling bananas and shit. You're like, what is that? So where did the bananas come from? And he didn't have a beard a second ago. What the fuck? Where'd he get a beard from? Whoa, is that hair coming out of his back? What's up with his feet? Then he start climbing up the walls and shit, hanging from upside down. There ain't no racism. Start scratching his armpits. He literally turned into a baboon in front of you. My God, man. You guys are lost. Hopeless. You talk about YNs. Who's raising them? Not me. Yeah, our country's fucked off. And I'm gonna leave y'all on this note. We're at war right now. You know, Iran is kicking Israel's ass. Last thing I saw, you know. I want you to understand something. Billions of dollars over there. We can't even get a $50,000 check. No reparations. So if you think for 2 seconds I care about what they got going, I didn't ask for this. I didn't even vote for this dude. I ain't vote for this dude. Yeah, Shelton, exactly like that. That British bald-headed coon. When they see you, Drew Toyton, it's on site. All right, if you ever going to be in America, you're going to be in the Bronx, let me know you're here. We could fight. I told all these dudes we could fight. Listen, you talking way too much, bro. If you want to fight, let me know you want to fight, bro. We can make that happen. You're going to sign a waiver and we could fight. It's not going to work out for you, bro. It's really not. How you want it, I got it. And you will get fucked off badly. But you don't want to do that. So keep it online. Keep talking online, man. You ain't about that action. I'm telling you, you're not. I live what you talk. And that little motherfucker across the pond, he wants zero smoke. Everything he said, hey, you know, I got muscles too. Oh, Drew, yeah, I'm tall too. I box too. All of that. When you come over to the States, hit me up. I will come to where you are. We can go to Gleason's. There's a boxing gym up here, and there's 2 of them in the Bronx. There's one in New Rochelle that I know of. We can get it cracking. Or you could come here and we could find an isolated block not too far from me, literally under a bridge, and we could scrap about it. It's not going to work out for you. But what are you mad at? My boxing opinion? Nigga, I don't even know you. You built, this is how stupid this nigga is. Out of nowhere, Challenge met Drew Toyton. I have more subs than you in a year. I'm like, that's great. Congratulations. Who are you? Oh, I'm the outlaw pugilist. It's a British dude. Okay, who are you? You blocked me. Okay, you probably said something stupid. 50 videos about me. That's where bulk of his content was coming from. Well, you know, I tell y'all sometimes you don't have to lift a finger, because I'm doing me over here. Oh, congratulations. I'm glad I motivated you to build your channel. You know what happened? And Mr. Shelton told me this because I don't watch this fool. That channel he built, I don't know what he did, but YouTube took his channel. I don't know what he did. But you know, Shelton's a troll. He like to bother people, right? He likes to bother people that bother us. So that's what he does. So he tells Shelton that I snitched on him or did something. I'm like, I don't even watch his shit. What are we talking about? I don't watch his shit. He got videos with my picture, my likeliness in it, and pictures with me with needles in my arms, like, because you know I'm a big dude, you know. I'm like, okay, the steroid jokes, been there, done that. I've seen it. Well, I'm talking boxing over here. I ain't got time to entertain with some kid that lives on the other side of the world. Why would I do that? And whatever he did, YouTube took his channel. I don't know what happened, but he made another channel just to argue with Shelton, because I don't give him no time. When I did want to give him time, I was going to drop a link and say, hey, come up here. Let's get it out, man. What the fuck did I do to you, for real? He didn't want to come up here, and he wanted me to argue with him on fucking Instagram. I'm not doing that, bro. Look, I'm married. I got kids. I got shit to do. I got a full-time job. I got shit to do. Well, I'm not going to make no time to argue with a dude that I didn't even know exists. Can y'all imagine? Imagine you're going out to exercise, right? Yeah, I don't know what they purported, though. I don't know what he did. I don't know what, because I went by his channel one day. He got 50 videos about me, and I'm like, damn. Do you have 50 videos about your girlfriend?
What are you, a homo?
Imagine you walking, you know, you're doing your exercise, and you're doing it all year long. And then one day, you walk into your crib, and then here come this dude. Challenge met, I beat you. You're like, what do you mean? You walk here every day, and I beat you. You've been following me for a year trying to outpace me? What the fuck? Bro, I was in a race, didn't even know I was in a race. And I told him congratulations. What we doing? I said, congratulations. Who are you? Oh, okay, well, do your content. Do your content, man. I'm glad I can help. I'm glad I can help. Fine. Congrats. And look at God. Took that channel. Now he got another channel. I don't even know if it's monetized because I don't follow him, but I did check it because someone sent it to me and it wasn't monetized. So he did all that work for nothing. Meanwhile, I'm still here. I don't have to make no videos with his name in it. I don't even know this dude. I've seen him before. He looked like he's British of African descent. He got a long neck and big lips. He looked like a young version of Jimmy Walker. Here's my right hand of God. Shelton in my line. Does he not look like a young version of Jimmy Walker? Which ain't cute in itself. Jimmy Walker was not a handsome dude, bro. Respectfully, he was not. Dude looked like a young version of Jimmy Walker. And he was obsessed with me. You know what I did? Nothing. I didn't have to do anything. He did it to himself. Now, why did I bring that up? He's black. Do you think he has any concept of community? No. So why do pro-black groups and its leaders fail? Because of niggas. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda Cash App, the Super Chat. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I'm going to do more pep talk. Y'all follow me on Rumble. Y'all follow me on the Patreon because I produce and get loose. You already know what it is, man. It's Painful Excellence Podcast.
Fuck you, nigga.
Take it gently.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.